Who doesn't like to eat varieties of dosa? At least I do. So that's set dosa, a very popular dish of Karnataka, especially in Bangalore. Soft, spongy, crisp on the one side and soft on the other side. These set dosas are very popular in Bangalore that they are served in many hotels here. So today I am going to share the recipe in detail of the set dosa that's served in hotel but much more hygienic and tastier if prepared at home. Namaste, I am Shobha Balasubramaniam. Welcome back to my channel Spices and Flavors by Shobha. Without much delay, let's get into the recipe now. For making the set dosa, I am taking 5 cups of dosa rice. I have taken this cup. You can take whichever cup you want, but you measure all the other ingredients in the same cup. So you can take either dosa rice or idli rice or even raw rice. But I prefer to take dosa rice, so I have taken dosa rice here. See, this is the dosa rice. So ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನು ದೋಸೆ ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Using the same cup, I am taking 1 cup of whole urad dal. You can take the split also, but whole urad dal will taste better. So try to use whole urad dal. A tablespoon of fenugreek seeds or the methi seeds. Wash all these well in water 2-3 times and then soak all these together in fresh water for about 5 to 6 hours. So here I am going to let it soak for 6 hours. Here I am taking 1 cup of beaten rice or the thick poha from the same cup. You can soak this just half an hour before grinding all other ingredients. But now I am going to keep this ready and soak it just half an hour before I grind all the other ingredients. Now all these are soaking in water for about 7 hours. Just 5 to 6 hours of soaking is enough. I have soaked the poha also just before half an hour. I generally grind in wet grinder, but since the quantity is not too large, I am going to grind this in a normal mixer grinder. So here I have taken the biggest jar of the mixer grinder. My mixer grinder is Sujata brand. It's very good. I have already uploaded the unboxing review of the same. You can just take a look at the video. I'll share the link in the description box below. I may have to grind this in 2-3 batches. So grind this to a smooth batter, adding required water. You can see here that it's a smooth batter. This is the first batch. I may have to grind another 2-3 batches. I'll transfer this to a big vessel, leaving sufficient margin for the batter to ferment. So this is the last batch. With this, I'll be adding the poha also and grinding. So that's the last batch I've ground. I'm transferring everything to the big vessel here. So this is the batter that I have ground. To this, I'm going to add 1.5 tablespoons of the all-purpose flour or the maida. Since I've taken a big cup, I'm taking 1.5 tablespoons of maida. Otherwise, you can take just 1 tablespoon of maida if you are adding other ingredients in a small cup. So add a little water to this maida and make a slurry of it, stirring it well with a spoon. Make sure there are no lumps. It should be a fine slurry. I have mixed this without any lumps. Now I am going to add this to the ground batter. So I am going to mix this well and keep it for fermentation. So keeping it for fermentation for about 7 to 8 hours during summer is enough. But in Bangalore now it is more like rainy season. So I'll have to keep this for fermentation for about 12 to 15 hours or at least 12 hours. So I am adding in the salt now itself. Usually when the salt is added as soon as you grind, the batter gets sour very soon. So that's the reason I am adding salt now itself. So mix it very well with your hand as it aids faster fermentation. So I am going to allow this to ferment for about 12 hours. Especially for set dosa, longer time of fermentation is recommended. So now I am opening this after fermentation, after about 13 hours in fact. So it has fermented very well. So now to this I am going to add just a teaspoon of sugar. Adding sugar will give you very good taste, and it will give you very good color. So please don't skip this step of adding the sugar. See, it has fermented really well. Mix it very well from the bottom. We'll check for salt and start making dosa. See, this should be the consistency. Please do check for salt before making the dosa. I have already kept a cast iron tawa on the stove. Let the tawa become hot. Then I am pouring in the dosa with a ladle. Don't spread the dosa. It will spread on its own. Usually set dosa is made into a small dosa like this. It will not be very big. This will be the usual size. If you feel that the dosa is not spreading by itself on the tawa, you can add little more water to the batter, and then the batter will be good to pour dosas. Now you can see how well it has fermented. Small holes have formed on the dosa by itself. This is the beauty of the set dosa. You can add oil. I am adding the usual cooking oil. You can keep the flame in medium high. You can either cook it without closing the lid or with the lid closed. I am just closing the lid for one dosa. You can close it with a lid like this, and then you can open it after 2-3 minutes. It would have cooked. I'll just check at the back. See how crispy it is, brown it is. I am just going to flip it to the other side. I love this churr sound of this dosa. You can add little more oil if you want to. See, such a beautiful color here. I'll flip it on to the other side. See how nice it is with so many holes there. See, this is how the set dosa will be, with so many holes, crisp on this side, and with so many holes beautifully cooked on this side too. Now I am pouring in the second dosa so that you will have a better idea of how to prepare this. Make sure the consistency of the batter is okay. You need not spread it at all. If you feel that it is not spreading on itself, you add a little water to it, but make sure you don't make the batter too watery. See, you can see the holes here, which means the batter has fermented very well. Just a small tip for you. When you make the dosas, if you find that there are not many holes, it means that the batter has not fermented well. So you can still keep it for some more time to ferment. Then you can start making the set dosas. See, there should be a lot of holes when you pour in the dosa. That is how the set dosa will be and should be. So that's the tasty and yummy set dosa. Usually in hotels here, it is served as a set of three small dosas along with coconut chutney and a variety of kurma. So we at home prefer to have this only with coconut chutney. So I have served it only with coconut chutney. I have already uploaded the recipe of kurma. I'll share the link in the description box. Please do check it out. So you should give it a try. It tastes so yummy with the coconut chutney, and you can prepare the kurma also along with that. So if you are watching my channel for the first time, please like the video, share the video with your friends and relatives, and also consider subscribing to my channel Spices and Flavors by Shobha if you have not yet done so. Click the bell icon and also click all, as you will be notified as and when I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching my video. Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu.